Imagine a work that, from the very beginning, managed to capture the imagination of thousands, perhaps millions, with its intense narrative, captivating characters, and breathtaking action scenes. It sounds perfect, right? However, as time goes by, this epic tale begins to show cracks, and what was once celebrated for its brilliance is now being questioned, criticized, and in some cases, completely dismissed by fans. You probably heard someone say that the ending of Jujutsu Kaisen is a mess. If you haven't, get ready, because this is an opinion that is echoing more and more loudly within the community. Discussions are boiling over, with accusations of random deaths, lack of character development, Sukuna's cheats, and much more. And it's not just Western fans who are dissatisfied. Even the Japanese, typically more reserved in their criticisms, are starting to lose patience with the direction the story is taking. But then comes a paradox. If so many are criticizing it, why does Jujutsu Kaisen continue to be one of the best-selling manga? Are we all missing something, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? To understand this mystery, let's dive deeper into how Gege Akutami constructs his narrative. In the beginning, things weren't easy for Gege. He felt that his editor was restricting him, forcing him to follow a more traditional path, resulting in confusing moments in the plot. However, over time, he began to find his own voice, and that's when the magic really started to happen. Arcs like Shibuya showed Gege's full potential, with a frenetic pace and a narrative that kept readers on the edge of their seats. But like every roller coaster, after the climb comes the fall, and this is where many started to get lost in the story. The Culling Game arc, for example, divided opinions. What should have been an exciting sequence turned into something overly complex, with uninteresting characters and subplots that seemed to lead nowhere. Despite this, there were still brilliant moments that kept readers engaged, like the insane fights that have become the series' trademark. But then, the event that many were waiting for arrived. Gojo versus Sukuna. It was epic, no doubt, but Gojo's death ignited a fire that even the most intense battles couldn't extinguish. The community, both in the West and in the East, began to divide, and not just over Gojo's death, but also over the storyline decisions that followed. What is happening here? Why is a work that still sells millions losing the love of its most fervent fans? The answer may lie in the way Gege drives his story. A breakneck speed that, in earlier times, was seen as a positive, has now turned into a double-edged sword. The plot unfolds so quickly that many readers feel they are being left behind, unable to connect with the events or the characters. This discontent is not exclusive to the West. Even in Japan, where cultural nuances can influence the perception of the story, many readers have begun to express their frustrations. This is reflected in sales and the rankings of Shonen Jump magazine, where Jujutsu Kaisen has seen a significant decline. It seems that little by little, Gege is losing the support of his original audience. However, the impact of these criticisms is still uncertain. When a series comes to an end, it's common for sales to rise again as fans rush to complete their collections. Additionally, with a new season of the anime on the way, interest in Jujutsu Kaisen is likely to be renewed. But will it be enough to erase the scars left by such a divisive ending? The fact is that Jujutsu Kaisen has become a work that evokes strong passions, whether of love or hate. And, in the end, perhaps this is Gege Akutami's greatest achievement, creating something that, even if imperfect, remains irresistible. And you, where do you stand in this story? Are you among those who feel the flame is fading? Or do you believe there is still plenty of firewood left to burn? Either way, the debate is just beginning.